Okay, now say hello.
Hello. Baby.
Can you hear me? Yes, I think they can hear you. So I don't know if they can hear you. Put a little heart in the comments so Jaxie can see you. Hello, how are you? My name is Dora Hinkie. I am in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to talk about breaking through today. That basically means to push out and to achieve something that you're trying to achieve. So please say hello in the comments if you're watching this. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you find anything of value, do me a favor, put a heart emoji or a fire emoji while Jax explains this pencil in the comments, and feel free to share or tag someone who you may think may need this information. What is it? You got stuff on your chin. We got to clean your face. Okay, so let's talk about a breakthrough. So we've heard things like trying to achieve goals, trying to get out of our comfort zone to achieve big things. And you know what? I really do believe that most anything in life is possible for us as long as we choose to work towards it. Now, it's something we have to be called for, you know? Yeah. You got a big pencil, a blue one? So here's what happens. And I'm going to use something that's common to me. And if you can relate, put a fire emoji in the comments. So when I say, hey, you know what? This is it. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to eat better. And sure enough, what happens that day or 2 days in or 3 days in or 4 days in, the motivation wears off, or I get tempted. Somebody brings pizza, cupcakes to work, or at home we have, you know, all of the junk food, and or it's raining outside, so I can't do a workout, and my workout is normally walking. So something happens that is deterring us, that is stopping us from continuing on. Does that sound familiar, or am I the only one that happens to? This could be trying to do something better. No, it's not time to leave. No, it's not time to leave. You can get on the bed and play on the tablet if you want. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? So we're going to get distracted. Maybe you want to find another job because you're not happy where you're at. You're not happy. You haven't been happy for years. But you know what? They give you an award, or you get a bonus, or you get a raise. And then you start to say, you know what? This isn't that bad. But then a week or two later, you're right back where you started. And you're like, you know what? This is not where I want to be. Right? So we get distractions. Sometimes they're disguised as something better. For example, a bonus, a promotion, an award at work. Even though you're miserable, even though that job isn't getting you closer to where you want to be in life. Right? So the first step is, you have to push through those distractions, but you have to know that they are going to happen no matter what you're doing in life, growing a business, trying to go back to school, trying to get healthier, trying to lose weight, trying to buy a house, trying to budget. Whatever it is, these distractions are going to come. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. Sorry. But that is going to happen. So you have to be prepared. And the best way you can be prepared is know that they're going to happen. Understand in your mind, try to think of, because this is going to happen anyway. You're going to say, oh, well, what's going to happen? Like the worst case scenario, right? We're always like, no, I can't do it because of X, Y, or Z. Be prepared in case that does happen. I'm going on, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm going to eat more nutritious foods. I'm going to take my own lunch to work so I'm not distracted. And you will encounter the junk food. The junk food's going to show up in the office. The junk food, or leave the kitty alone. He's fine. He's not going to try to steal your camera. But if you come prepared and you're going to say, you know what, I'm not going to eat in the break room. I'm going to go outside, or I'm going to go to the cafeteria, or I'm going to go somewhere else where those distractions won't be there, or I'm going to eat at my desk so that I continue and I will push through that distraction, right? So we have to be prepared. Knowing that it's going to happen, you're almost there already. Know that you're going to get distracted. Know that you're going to, for example, if you just start working out, chances are you're probably going to be sore the next day, right? And for a few days after that, until your body starts to get used to it. Now, you might still be sore long term, depending on your goals. But at first, it's hard. You do those squats and you can't go up and down the stairs. You can't sit on the toilet. I mean, hello, I just spit. Hello, anybody hear me? Is that a thing? I know that happens to you. I know that happens to you. Thank you for the purple pen. So the first step is you have to push through those distractions. Know that they're coming. And have a plan. Have a plan in place and stick to it, you know? And you know what? It's I know it's not easy. What are you singing? Now the second one is, bear with me as I'm going to give you an example. Now I got this from a message I'm doing. No, I'm not done yet. I'm doing 21 Days of Prayer with this called Church of the Highlands. They're actually based in Alabama. I'm doing everything online, but this is where I got this information, and it applies to me. It really spoke to me as far as my business goes. So the second one is, it says push into God's presence. Now, if this is triggering you and you're like, oh, it's going to be one of those things, then okay, go ahead, log out. Bye. See you later. Or maybe never. But if you're still here, congratulations. You are going to achieve whatever you set your mind to. Please don't do that. You're going to break it. So pushing into God's presence. Now, if you're not religious, fine. There's something else that you can do. You want to push into your vision of where it is that you want to go. So if you are pushing into God's presence, you're pushing into your faith. You're pushing into the fact, this is faith, the fact that things are going to get better if you do these steps. If I eat better, if I don't eat all of my kids' leftovers, if I don't eat all the snacks, if I don't have dessert every single day, if I don't have seconds every single day, if I move my body and I drink my water and I take my supplements, I'm gonna get healthier. My clothes is gonna fit better. I'm gonna get stronger, and I'm probably gonna lose weight too, right? That's a fact. That is what faith is. That is pushing into God's presence. This is what I'm going to call it. If you don't want to call it that, that's fine. If you believe in whatever it is that you believe in, I'm not here to change your mind on that. Yeah, that's where the phone goes. This is where the phone goes. Yeah, that is for the camera. So you're going to push into the vision of where it is that you want to be. Because I know that people say if you keep doing the same thing over and over and you're not getting the result, you're like getting the same result and it's not the result you want, like it's the definition of insanity. Obviously, that person has never started their own business, especially in 2021, where we try to grow a business on social media and we do a lot of the same things. We post, we interact, we put in our stories, we go live, and we don't see the fruit of that seed until much later. And actually, if you think about it, if you plant an apple tree from seed, you're going to water it, right? You're going to put I don't know how to plant anything. But you're going to take care of it, right? And what's going to happen at first, you're not going to think anything's going to happen, but eventually you're going to get the little sprouts. Jackson, no, we don't throw. You're good at throwing, but we don't throw inside, okay? And eventually it will grow into a tree, and eventually it will bear fruit. But you do have to continue making those actions, right? So you have to push into that. Push into the vision of where you want to be. Understand it as fact. Understand that you are worthy right now as you are to get there. Okay, and if this is speaking to you, put a heart or a fire emoji in the comments. If you think somebody you know can benefit from this message, share this with them or tag them here in the video. It is public. If you tag them, they will see it. So you want to push into that. Believe it is fact. Do the steps. Go back to number 1. Push away the distractions because they're going to happen, and continue to take the step forward every single day. Okay, so and the third, now a lot of these sound similar, but they're kind of a little bit different. Now the third one is push through the barriers. This is different than a distraction. A distraction is like you go to work, you have your yummy salad, your lean meats, your serving of good, healthy, nutritious carbs, whatever it is that you're doing, right? You bring that to work, but that happens to be the day that for some reason they're bringing in pizza and cupcakes and soda and all this stuff that you're trying to stay away from, right? That's a distraction. This third step is pushing through the barriers. A barrier is somebody close to you, a friend or family member saying, well, aren't you ever going to eat this stuff anymore? Like, why do you even do that? You fail all the time. Oh, you're doing one of those things again. Oh, you're doing keto. You know, keto doesn't work and it's bad for you. Has this ever happened to you? because it has to be, right? Whether it's your business, trying to change your lifestyle, trying to go back to school, trying to find a different job. A lot of people are comfortably uncomfortable. They're comfortably uncomfortable, and they want everybody around them to feel the same thing. They may not know it consciously, but they don't want to see other people succeed because they're afraid of taking that step. Therefore, everybody else, please stop. Yeah, you're not cute. It looks like you're growing a beard. Jaxie, please stop. So, we can only perceive the world through our mind, right? Through our own mind, right? We can practice empathy, sympathy, all of that. But in the end, if we're not aware, we're pushing our beliefs onto somebody else. And that's what other people are doing to us, right? So when they're telling us, oh, I did that and it didn't work, therefore it's not going to work for anybody, they are just pushing their own belief system, their own experience onto you. And I see a lot of you put these motivational quotes about don't take advice from people, or don't take money advice from people you wouldn't trade bank accounts with, right? Different things like that. Don't take advice from somebody who's never been where you want to be. This is true no matter what it is that you want to do. And this is where personal development comes in, because you can read stories, listen to stories, whether it's on YouTube, here on Facebook, podcasts, read a book, read an article. You don't have to pay for this stuff. It's 2021. The information is out there if you're willing to do a little bit of digging for it, right? And you will hear stories of people who have overcome so much, and you're like, if they did it, why can't I, right? Why can't I do that? So you have to push through the barriers, and the barriers are going to be just straight up a wall. You're going to hit a wall, right? Whether it's the wall of your comfort zone, where I've never done that before. I've never done 2 workouts in a day. I've never had a gallon of water. If you're familiar with the 75 Hard Challenge, this is a lot of stuff people run into. It's not a diet. It's not about losing weight. It is a mental toughness challenge, in case you're looking into it. Hashtag 75 Hard. So it's something that you've never done before. So that tends to be a barrier because we're scared. It's not a distraction because it's not something I can push away. It's a fear of not being able to do it because we fear the unknown. But you have to push through it. You have to step on the other side, whether it's a teeny tiny step or a big old jump onto the other side. The point is you've made it through, and now your comfort zone grows, and therefore you have grown. So whatever you weren't doing before that you are choosing to do now is going to help grow you into that person, that vision that we talked about in the second step, that fact that you know is going to happen. If I want to look better in the clothes I'm in, I have to change the shape of my body. Can I do that? Absolutely. How? By eating nutritious food that's going to nourish me, by moving my body, maybe doing some resistance training so my muscles grow. And guess what? My posture gets better. My back doesn't hurt as much. My knees don't hurt as much. This is what happens when you start to go on your health and wellness journey. Cat hair. Right? And it could be the same thing in your business. Maybe you're starting your own business from scratch. Maybe you've decided to join the amazing industry that is network marketing. You're not sure what you're going to do. Or you're hearing, you know what you're supposed to do because, well, all of these leaders in the company are saying to do this and this, but I don't want to do that. So guess what? You're not going to get the results. There are people who have gone where you want to go. They have laid the path out for you. The steps are there. It's up to you to choose whether you want to take that path or not. Now, sure, you can innovate your own path. If you want to, that's fine, but you have to keep going. Right? You have to push away those distractions. Be prepared because they're going to be distractions. You have to push them away. You have to push into your vision. Push into the faith of knowing that where you want to go is going to happen as a fact, right? Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between fact or fiction. So if you keep telling yourself, I can't do this, I'm a loser, I'm no good, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. But if in your mind you're like, you know what? If I do this, I'm gonna become this person. Your subconscious is working on trying to figure out how to make that happen because it believes that you're already that person. And I know this sounds weird, but it's science. I promise you, it's out there. It's faith. It's science. It is there. It works. And then you have to push through the barriers. Those walls are going to come up. Plain and simple. These are facts of life. It just happens, right? Nobody really becomes an overnight success. It's just not true. They've done things we haven't seen, and then all of a sudden we see who they are. Like, it's very rare for somebody to just post one TikTok and then they go viral, right? It does happen, sure. But then what happens after that if they only have that one? If they're trying to grow a business, if they're trying to launch their own merch line, if they're trying to become an affiliate marketer, but they only have that one and they're not posting, or they're posting sporadically. It's not going to work, right? Especially if something is fickle as TikTok, because people will follow and unfollow in a snap, right? They will. And that's a topic for a different story. But the point is, you can't just expect something to happen overnight if you're not willing to push through the barriers, push through the distractions, push into that vision, the fact of the person you know you're going to become, okay? So those are my 3 steps. And I hope this was helpful. Again, if it was, please put a heart or a fire emoji in the comments. I hope to see you again here soon. And by the way, if you've been watching my stories, you've seen me post about my coffee, my transformation. We call it our flat belly kit for a reason. It's helping our bellies become flatter. I know a lot of that like inflammation from eating carbs is going down with me. I have lost a little bit of weight, but mostly it's the inches. My clothes is feeling better. If you want to know what I'm doing, just put a 10 in the comments and I will give you information, okay? I'm gonna show you a video that explains what I'm doing, easy peasy. You don't have to do anything, but if you're curious as to what I'm doing, if you're curious, I can't speak today, about what I'm doing, how it works, put a 10 in the comments or message me and I will be happy to give you information. And that is all I have for today. I will see you next time. Bye bye.